This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Good. That's where you should be.
This concludes this test of the emergency broadcast system.
We are live, baby! Live, all the way live.
All the way.
What, man? I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I'm loving life. I hope you can say the same. I hope all of you can say the same tonight. We got a lot going on. First and foremost, though, if you like this show, if you enjoy this show, just hit that little button on your phone. Hit share. Let everybody know that you also enjoy this. You're part of the Imagine family. That is a big favor to us. It really helps us out. You can do it right now because we're not going to do nothing for the next 15 seconds. We'll just look at each other. I'm just kidding. I can't do it for 15 seconds. But what I will tell you, our show, it's only 10 days away. Our live event, it is November 21st. Tickets are almost gone. If you really want tickets for this, we are a limited capacity, 20%. So if you want to see this show live, you have to get your tickets online soon, ImagineWrestling.com. We'll talk more about that throughout the night. But, man, we got a lot going on.
A lot going on.
First things first, we're going to hear from the Alpha, Rick Matthews. In this building, in this chair
Big
right
truck.
here next to us, we're going to have Big Lenny. He's going to give us a full update on everything that's been going on with him.
Man.
He recently had spinal surgery. He's going to update on his situation. And first time in a long time, a guy who makes me nuts, neighbor John Ross. He will be sitting live.
Kato! That other stuff, what I need you to do is to get it, stack it up nice and neat, put it in a box, and get it out of here.
All right, it's out of here.
That hooey,
Yeah?
that mumbo jumbo, that flap doodle. This is Imagine Wrestling live from the dojo, and this is Chapter 13, which might seem like an unlucky number.
Our feed cut?
Again with this?
Uh-oh. Well, let's try to fix that real quick.
Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up. I think we're back on.
We're back on for sure. People see it. Holy cow, buddy. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Hit it with a hammer, I guess, right? We'll fix this in post, but, you can see us live now. We're back.
Fix this in post.
Crazy times.
Throwing out the jargons and the terms of the biz.
Yeah.
The biz.
Where were we at?
Well, I was saying that number 13 is an unlucky number, maybe for one of the competitors in that ring tonight, but it's going to be a very fortuitous event for the whole of the Imagine Wrestling family tonight because we got your fix, baby. We got that EWC. We got that exclusive wrestling content because tonight, well, the neighborhood looks to enact a little revenge on the youngster, the underdog, the up-and-comer, the professional Braden Elliott as they enlist their aerial assailant. That's right, Ace Oscar Maverick is going to go one-on-one with the professional Braden Elliott in an absolute kamikaze collision course, and I couldn't be more excited.
It's hard not to be. Can you still call him an underdog at this point? I mean, after that impressive win last week,
Right.
He's pinned Kim Chi and Lance Payne on the same night.
Exactly.
And he is coming along great. He is. I saw him refer to himself as Mr. Imagine Live. This is 2 weeks in a row. So
Let's not forget last week he, put Jake Wiley down,
he
right?
definitely did. So let's
With that elbow. Have you ever seen a better elbow?
It's impressive. I don't know if we'll get to see that tonight or not.
I sure hope so.
I'll tell you what, we got an interview right now.
All right.
Let's get right to it. Let's jump right into it. Let's take that camera wide. Hey, are we ready? Been a long time since we've seen this guy. He is the neighbor, John Ross.
I think it's actually the good neighbor, right?
Yeah, I guess. He has a bunch of stuff with him. Great.
Yeah, look at him dressed
A
good.
tiny little baby rake.
Got a beautiful haircut.
DC's been talking about my merchandise every week. I didn't have to be Bentlack the Magnificent to know what he wanted.
Hey, I'm about to say, I said he comes bearing gifts.
And he got other
Stylish new haircut.
Great.
He looks like
A rake and dirt. Great.
most people have a bald spot. Johnny has one hair spot now.
Yeah, it's a fun haircut you got there, man.
It is, I've been doing a lot of landscaping. I started with myself, and you see my potting soil. It's because I'm changing the landscape of professional wrestling the way
Sure.
I have been from the beginning.
Yeah.
Johnny's got a green thumb on him.
I do, and 2 years ago today, I trained. I won this Dojo Cup. I'm flipping through the channels the other night. What do I see? There's a show on TV called The Neighborhood now, taken after me. We now have great competition at Imagine Wrestling. They came in here to weasel their way out of having a tag title match with me, but that's all right. I mean, competition came here. I've grown it since I've been here. And how about, speaking of that, speaking of people wanting to be like me, you turn on TV, a lot of you people know that I had a broken jaw. Everybody has a broken jaw on TV now. They want to be like John Ross. I'm changing the landscape of professional wrestling.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this. We got a few things we got to cover. First off,
Jaw's working okay now.
yeah, it seems to be working great. So, where are you in your rehabilitation? Are we? Have we seen the last of neighbor John Ross in the ring? Or are you getting close to coming back? Are you just going to sit and talk forever? I mean, what's the plan here?
Well, the plan is to work one day at a time. To make the grass greener, you got to start with your own yard. And for me, that means getting myself back into rehabilitation. It's probably going to be a few more months yet. But as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to get back in there and improve both myself and the neighborhood.
Okay. Well, speaking of the neighborhood, a fax came through the Imagine offices. Why somebody would send a fax in 2020 is insane to me. But we did get a fax that Jake Wiley he's taking time off. He's going to be out of the neighborhood for the time being, out of Imagine Wrestling for the time being. Where does this leave the neighborhood?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm always one step ahead of everybody. When people are thinking about getting out of bed in the morning to read the paper, I'm already outside recycling the trash. And I saw this coming. I knew Jake was having some personal issues there. That doesn't faze me any. I always have a plan. And like I said, to make the grass greener, you got to start with your own yard. And I think Bentley mentioned last show that I didn't get involved in any matches last show.
That's what I saw.
And the reason for that is as I'm changing the landscape, I had to bring it back to the neighborhood and realize that maybe I needed to prune some of my own bushes and evolve the neighborhood to the next level.
I am lost in the metaphor. I have no idea what you're talking
I'm
about.
lost with the fact you say you didn't get involved, because I distinctly remember at the last show you smacking Braden Elliott, Alpha Rick Matthews, and Jimmy the Hippie with a chair. It took you 45 minutes to do those 3 chair shots, but I distinctly remember that happening.
I don't remember that. I wasn't in any of the pictures that I saw posted online. I don't remember that.
I have video proof.
Well, I mean, either way, like speaking of Braden Elliott, you brought that up.
Yeah.
Good for him, He's looking jacked. He's looking tanned. I can't take anything away from the guy. And again, getting back to the landscape, I break his arm with precision so that he can get back in there. Look what happened to him. He's on a winning streak now.
So that's because of you.
It is. I'm changing the landscape of professional wrestling.
Yeah. Always enlightening with this guy.
Right, exactly. You ask him what time it is, he'll give you a write-up on the philosophy on why you need to know what time it is.
Well, because being a good competitor, I mean, sure, you got to get to the gym, you got to be smart, you got to have precision. Like I said, I'm going to be one step ahead, and that's part of being a good neighbor.
Got to get to the gym?
Yeah,
When's that going to happen?
Well, I started doing some light workouts here this week. Slowly getting cleared to be able to do more and more, and hopefully as soon as possible I'll be back in the ring.
That's let's spell it out. When exactly are we going to see the neighbor John Ross against Braden Elliott?
There's
That's
a good
the match
question.
that everyone wants to see.
All right, yeah.
Well, I can't answer that exactly. You know, you need to maybe get Bentlek the Magnificent back on the show here. I've been talking to my medical providers. I've been talking to the doctors. Been talking to the specialists. They say that I'm healing fine, but I'm still not cleared for in-ring competition. So I just do the best I can to get back in there. Nobody wants back in there more than I do, and you know, hopefully he's at his best and I'm at my best, and continue to evolve the landscape of professional wrestling once I get in there.
What's the future for the neighborhood? What's
Well-
coming next?
Well, I do have some surprises coming up for the neighborhood. I don't want to reveal everything right now. I want to,
God forbid.
You know,
Yeah.
but we're looking at, you know, before I was cut off, what I was trying to say is we're looking at doing some roster changes, maybe making the neighborhood better. Everybody has a place on the team. I've selected everybody for strength, high flying, intelligence, of course myself. We have one piece that's going to be out for a while, so I just got to find somebody else that fits into that equation.
So we're going to have a new member of the neighborhood. Is that what you're telling us?
Well, it's just watch and see. I mean, the neighborhood's full of surprises.
Okay. Well, with that, I'll say, there you
Yeah,
go. You got the
yeah.
merch. You want your
Yeah.
neighbor John Ross, you can get a hold of him through various social media platforms. He will have those T-shirts at the live show. John Ross, thank you for your time.
Thanks, John.
And, are we back to being allowed to do handshakes now? I'm not really sure what
I mean, you can shake his hand. I don't really want to.
Yeah, how about it? I'll take it.
All right.
You know, a philosopher,
Please,
And,
yeah,
a philanthropist.
have this rake too. I mean, I don't understand what's happening here, but cool.
Great.
exclusive wrestling dirt with John Ross.
Yeah,
There you
great,
go.
Great.
Yeah, there's an idea for. What do you think of that haircut, Kato?
Boy, that's man. It's not a haircut I would have. I'll just say that.
What do you think they used? A baseball bat? Exclusive wrestling content.
Exclusive haircuts too. Man, oh man. I would suggest that not be a popular
Yeah.
haircut going forward. So, John Ross still on injured reserve.
Right.
I had heard speculation from the medical team that maybe January, February, we have the possibility of seeing neighbor John Ross back in the ring. I personally cannot wait to see Braden Elliott versus John Ross. I think that is the match that's going to light 2021 on fire.
That's the match to make right now. Also, interesting news: we are down player one Jake Wiley, but we are on the scout for a new member of the neighborhood. I gotta wonder who's on John Ross's mind.
I'll tell you who's not on his mind, and even if he is, he would not be interested. Our next guest, he just had spinal surgery. He's on his way back right now. It's been, what now, how many days since full spinal surgery?
2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since my spinal surgery. I come home Wednesday, 2 weeks ago from the hospital. I was taken care of at UPMC St. Margaret down in Pittsburgh. Excellent group of people down there. They did a discectomy and a spinal lapotomy.
I don't know what any of that means.
Basically,
yes.
they took out my disc. If this here's your spinal column, you know, obviously this is not the size, but if that's the way it's going forward, mine was shrunk down to it was only about an eighth of what it should have been, and so they took out to remove the damaged part of my disc, and then they actually ground away a part of my bone in my spine to give my spinal column more room to allow it to heal up and function normally.
You'd sent me the picture of the big cut that they had. I thought about adding this to this video, but it seemed a little bit
Gruesome,
I wouldn't want to just pop that on.
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, it is. It's quite a large incision that they had to make on your back, which makes sense. You're a large man. How are you feeling today?
Today, honestly, despite some limited flexibility in my back, as far as the pain goes, I feel the best I've felt in years.
Good.
That's the honest goodness truth. I mean, I'm still, I still have the problem with the staples. I have 27 staples in my lower back right now, so I'm constantly feeling them things pulling on me. I'm still having a lot of issues with my right leg, with numbness in my foot, and pain, and things like that. But all in all, I feel the best I've felt in years. I really do.
Good. That's good to hear. Now, were you able to watch the live show last week?
Yes, I was.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but somebody Who was it? Somebody called you a bumpkin.
A bumpkin?
Yeah.
Oh, does that be called worse? I mean, let's be realistic. If that's the worst you got, seriously, that's what you got, DC?
Now, wait a second. Listen, I forgive me for my ignorance. I didn't realize that was a pejorative, that was a derogatory term. I would never call you anything derogatory. You hick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. That's better than bumpkin, right?
Where'd you get this guy?
Hicknack.
Hick-knack.
I'm not sure
Dog.
what
A hicknack.
That's a new one. I've not heard that one before.
A little snack for the
Weird.
dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
With that in mind, Hicknack, I guess if you're a Hicknack, I would assume I'm also a Hicknack. But what's the future for Big Lenny?
Right now, my future in ring is definitely still very much up in the air. Obviously, I want to come back. I want to continue the lifestyle that I led, up until just a few months ago here. But at that token, I have not been given any definitive answers by any of my doctors what an acceptable timeline, or if ever, for me to actually come back at this point. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be around Imagine. I'm going to be, a brand ambassador. I'm going to see people. I'm going to talk to people. I talked to you about this. I can't sit out there by the bell. Some of the fans saw me at the bell last time. I can't. And I have my reasons.
Sure. Sure, I understand.
The neighborhood. But I am still going to be there to talk to fans and greet fans and welcome, all the new and existing Imagine family to each and every one of our live shows.
Awesome. I'm sure there are plans in the works for what the future for Big Lenny holds. And, probably not a bad idea to be there 10 days from now to find out what management has in mind for you, which you may not even know about yet. So, might be worth checking out. Lenny,
All right.
continued success, man. I continued on the road to
Thank you.
recovery, and thanks for stopping in tonight.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for
Hey,
having me.
thanks, Lenny.
Well,
The Hick-knacks.
yeah, Nax or Nex?
Which would you prefer? It's
I don't
your
know.
tag team name.
Okay.
The Hick-knacks.
Nax?
Yep.
Nax?
Hick-knacks.
Is it like a
Paddywhack.
knick-knack, but with a hick-knack?
Hick-knack.
Or hick-neck?
Hick-neck.
I don't know.
Hick-neck like redneck, but with hick and then a paddywhack, give the dog a bone.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Just so long as I'm not a redneck. That's not a term I...
Everybody has T-shirts. We need to.
Yeah. Where's
Hick-neck
Where's
T-shirts.
the Bentley T-shirt at?
Well, you gotta have front money for something like
Okay,
that,
all right,
I'm
all
not,
right. I
I'm
know
not
you-
made of it.
Yeah, well, it seems like you spend a lot of money
Have I-
just on stuff that disappears and then gone.
Instantly.
Yeah, weird. We have a match right now.
All right.
We have a match right
Let's get
now.
to that exclusive
I'm excited,
wrestling
man.
content.
Let's get to the ring right now. In the ring, he is from the neighborhood. Go ahead and switch the camera. There you go. He is the ace, Oscar Maverick.
Also known as the King of Plain Style.
Yeah, King of Plain
King
Style.
of Plain Style. You don't want to forget that.
P-L-A-N-E, Plain Style.
Oh, I thought it was P-L-A-I-N.
Maybe. His opponent, he is the professional Braden Elliott.
Mr. Imagine Live, baby. That's right.
All right, there you go. He's going to start
Everybody-
repeating himself soon.
Everybody got a little the catchphrases. I'm telling you, they listened.
Yeah, they must have.
Ring the bell.
There we are. The bell is rung.
All right.
Exclusive wrestling content right here.
That is correct. And Ace Oscar Maverick has looked very impressive in his last 2 outings, but on both occasions he did go down to Jimmy the High Flying Hippie. But he's got his hands full right now with Braden Elliott.
Clearly, Oscar, he wants to take this to the skies. He's going to have the advantage with the high flying. Braden Elliott,
Myself, Ray.
very few guys can get on the ground and pound you into the ground like Braden Elliott.
And he, like he says, he is a professional wrestler with the emphasis on professional. Everything he does looks crisp. Everything he does looks clean. I mean, like I said, you got to give it to this kid. He is total dedication. This is his life right now.
Interesting strategy here out of Maverick. He seems to be interested in frustrating Braden Elliott.
Yeah, he's taking his time. He's fiddling with his gear, getting himself a little breather. I can appreciate that.
I'm not sure that it's the right strategy to anger Braden Elliott. We've seen what he can do with those fists when he's angry.
Yeah, and he's been really fiery and out of control at moments. He's been more poised and more conservative this outing than he has in the previous ones.
He's a professional. He is a professional with the emphasis on professional wrestler.
Right.
He doesn't get in a hurry. Look at that. Wow, nice takedown. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
A lot of torque on that headlock takeover, man.
A lot of amateur technique. He was successful at Altoona High School as an amateur.
Yeah, that is correct.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how to take a guy down. He knows a little bit of a hair pull. Little bit of a hair pull.
Yeah, I think the referee caught it.
Oh, and he
Gave him a
cuts him
warning.
down.
Could have thrown it out, decided not to.
Wow! He got all of that kick.
And a Kuza kick right to the back of the dome piece.
Hey, smart strategy. If you saw this show last week, Braden Elliott had a series of shots to his head.
Correct, he
that
did.
Really wore him down.
Correct, he did.
Oscar Maverick was clearly watching, and now he has targeted that head in the same kind of way.
Well, post-concussion syndrome is a real thing, Kato, and I wouldn't be surprised if Braden Elliott wasn't suffering a bit right now.
Oh, stiff kick to the ribs, trying to take his breath away. This is two things that Oscar Maverick does really well. He can fly and he can kick.
That's right. He's not without his own pedigree. I think an Air Force man is Oscar Maverick.
Absolutely. He is currently enlisted.
Some hard drinking, hard fighting boys. Those Air Force boys.
Now, we will say that he is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. We won't hold that against him too much.
Hey, is that a tattooed on his body somewhere? I think.
Yep.
There it is. Oh,
Wow,
there's a
did
kick.
you see that kick? Oh, wow, another great kick. I'll tell you what, man.
You heard that percussion in his chest.
Wow, he is mowing him down with those kicks. As good a kicks as you're going to see anywhere in wrestling. Man, he is pounding him.
Well, that firm chest of Braden Elliott's got some good acoustics on it, doesn't it?
Man, he is laying the leather. He is just mowing him down.
That's right. He's got that
is
neighborhood
violent.
axe to grind. They've got a vendetta. They want to level the playing field, even the score up a bit.
As the match continues, you can see Oscar Maverick, confident, building, beautiful standing moonsault.
Whoa, two. Wow, what a moonsault. He's saying the referee should have sped up the count, and I agree with him.
Yeah.
A slow count.
Can't believe he hasn't said "How dare you" yet. He seems like he says that a lot.
Hey, listen, there's no better way to capture somebody's attention than to make them feel like they've slighted your character.
He's
How dare you? It's abrasive. Catches you off guard. Oh, look at that.
Braden Elliott thought he had an opening.
Oh!
Another big kick.
And I don't know.
He's targeted that back and chest. I'll tell you what, Braden Elliott's in trouble here.
I think that the ace Oscar Maverick has some highly educated feet. I mean, those are not just novice kicks. There's some martial arts background there.
There you go.
And he hates
Wiping the sweat, of course. Seems like it's a neighborhood thing. They hate
They
sweat.
do not like perspiration, not one bit.
Hey, come on, we gotta get him out of the water. Let's go.
Oh! Oh, look at that back elbow. What impact.
After initially really knocking him loopy with that headshot, he has picked a body part. He is kicked out. He's working that torso.
Braden
the back
Elliott
and chest.
did not even look conscious there. He kicked out, but I thought he was out.
Tough kid, man. I really think it's going to take something big to put Braden Elliott away.
Speaking of big, you see that nose on that kid?
It looks
Big
like
old
a
Doug Funny schnoz on that kid,
looks like
Braden
a
Elliott.
normal-sized nose to me. I don't know.
He said he doesn't wear a mask because his nose is too big.
All right.
You ever go commando, Kato?
With no mask?
No. Oh, look at that sleeper hold.
Could be it.
Like you said, working the chest, working the head.
Come on!
He no doubt
Start!
learned that in the Navy of how to subdue somebody. This could really be a problem.
They used that capoeira is one of the martial arts that the Ace Oscar Maverick knows quite a bit
He
about.
got it in tight, though. It is deep. It is tight, and it is deep, and it is well executed.
I like the way you describe that a lot. You know, it's... Whoa, look
I
at
just
that!
let him go.
He
Smart.
outfoxed him!
Into a dragon sleeper. Swung around for that elbow. This could be it. That could be the big move that puts him away.
The professional
not yet.
Brayton Elliott tried that, actually executed that same exact counter on player one Jake Wiley last week, so you know that the Ace Oscar Maverick has been watching.
He's doing his homework. He's getting better all the time. This is one of Oscar Maverick's best efforts, in my opinion.
One of his finest shows. He's gotten steadily better every time I've seen him. The neighborhood snagged the keeper with this one. And he's going up, man. I tell you what, risky business.
Yeah.
Like that Tom Cruise flick.
Wow!
There's a little old-timer rock and roll for you, Ace Oscar Maverick. He flew off that top rope.
Good grief!
What a tremendous beam off the top rope.
If this got to be his opening here. This got to be his opening.
Well, it looks like he's rallying himself. There's no distinct crowd here for him to rally, but he's getting
Sometimes you
himself
gotta
hyped.
fire yourself up, man.
He's getting himself hyped, and we've seen this kid get crazy intense. Oh, look at that back elbow! And the fury in his eyes. Oh, nobody throws that one like him.
What's he got in mind here?
Oh,
what a close
did you
line.
hear that? Smack! Oh,
Wow, violent clothesline.
look out! John Bradshaw Layfield. Brayton Elliott's got some clotheslines from him. And that's his catchphrase, get the body bags. He gonna kill him. He gonna kill that
This
man.
might be the elbow that you were talking about.
That's one of the finest.
Get ready.
Oh,
He got all of that.
height.
We're gonna find out how tough
it.
Oscar Maverick
That's
is
it.
right now. Oh, he kicked out.
Can you believe that kick out, Kato?
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Don't take your foot off the gas, kid. Keep fighting.
He's got that incredible spine
ready,
buster
man.
still left in that repertoire, Kato. He
That
breaks that one
ripcord
out.
spine buster is devastating. Every time he hits it, he's won. This could be it. This could be it. What's going on here? Hold on!
Oh my God! And
Where did he come from? Oh, come on.
did not like that. That was
Come on.
that's Malachi Gage, the sideshow psycho, the neighbor from your nightmares.
Holy lunatic. Come on.
He just another hyena-like attack of the
That's
neighborhood.
enough. Come on.
We need to get somebody out here. This has got to stop. This kid's hurt for sure. I don't know if
It's
you.
always the same thing with the neighborhood.
I don't know if you saw what area of the body was posted just then, but it was the nether regions.
Man, that's too bad. What a great match to be absolutely ruined in that way. But hey, upward and onward, we got to move forward. We have a great interview right now, two of them back to back. One with Cole Carter, get to know him a little better, and then man, that maniac Thomas Mathis. Let's go ahead and play those videos.
Fans, my name is Abraham Klein, and we are here today with the natural Cole Carter. Cole, you're now 2-1 here in Imagine Wrestling. You've had a pretty impressive start so far. Tell us, who is Cole Carter, and what are you looking to do here at Imagine Wrestling?
So Cole Carter is a southern, hardworking man from a very small town in West Virginia. And how I got the name The Natural is from when I was training over in Pittsburgh. All the coaches and everything, they basically gave me the nickname The Natural because I picked up everything so fast, like faster than anybody else in my class. After my match with Malachi, obviously I'm not happy, and it's just what it told me is to keep working and to keep striving, and I'm going to come back here next month even stronger.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the absolute Thomas Mathis. Thomas, I know you don't like tacos, I know you don't like pizzas, and I know you don't like the result of tonight's matchup. What do you have to say?
Look, man, I gotta go. I want to leave. I hate this place. I hate all of you. You guys calling me flabby. Look, man, I got places to be, and I think you guys have seen enough of this today. That's right. I may have lost, but Lucio DeVere, he wound up on his back today. Thanks to yours truly, absolute Thomas Mathis.
Hi! This is Rifting with Lick, or Lifting with Rick. I'm DC Bentley. This is the Alpha Rick Matthews, and
What's going on here? What do you got?
well, I talked to Rick. He said, make sure you bring something to drink, son. Brought something to drink.
I feel like that's not what you were talking about.
I told him to load up on carbs, and this is what we got.
And bread in a bottle, baby.
Okay. So I guess tonight you're gonna help folks out. Everybody's out interested in getting a little better shape. You're jacked. You're huge. I know from seeing you, you're strong as the day is long. What kind of tips do you have for folks tonight?
All right, so we got a couple of my favorite workouts here tonight.
All right.
We're going to start with some preacher curls. Okay, this is one of my go-tos when I go to the gym. It's going to help sculpt your guns, so it's something the Second Amendment can be proud of. So let's get started here.
All right.
Great.
So the focus on this, I'm going to do a couple reps here, and then if you don't mind, DC.
All right. What are they? Preacher curls.
Let's preach it, baby.
Preach it.
So the couple of tips here.
Invented in
Get a
Dubois.
good grip, all right? So this is going to really help with the extension of the bicep, and you want to get the full range of motion in these arms.
Right down there in the bicuspids.
Yeah, nice slow movements. Get that blood flowing, baby. Ooh, that feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, feels good.
All right. Good full extension. I like the.
All right. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling manly, powerful. Let me give this.
Yeah, I can hold both. I have two hands.
All right, you got this. Okay, go.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's not on you. It's not on you. I just want to point out that that's the same weight that my wife curls.
What?
Huh?
This one?
No, that one.
I've seen her curl a few.
Yeah.
Mean. She's a bit mean with the.
Yeah, that was. Okay.
That was exhausting. We
Why
done.
don't you start working out, man? That's ridiculous.
I just did.
All right, let's segue to something else. One of my other favorites here. Another bicep exercise. It's going to be some hammer curls. Okay,
All
so
right.
you're able to do a little bit more weight. It's less tension on the tendons of the bicep. So let me grab these guys in here. So what I mean, you start with your palms inward. Just bring them up, nice and slow. Controlled motion.
Right. Yep.
Just
Yep.
like hammers.
I got this.
Right.
I see.
All about form, man.
That does
It's all
this.
about form.
Straight, eyes forward, chest out.
I used to be a stock boy. We'd take Coca-Cola. We lift it up. I'd say this is so depressing.
Oh,
So it's Coca-Cola, not Coke, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's get a look at this. Let's get a look at this. You want to turn around and show people? Hey, there's a camera right over here. Yep. We're live to the world, pal. It's all right. I mean,
Yep. I does this. Single digits. That's my
chest
shiznit.
out, peacock.
Peacocks.
Peacock,
Yep.
there you go.
I had peacocks. See, I like this. This is good. Getting my swell on.
hey, man, I'm fine with this. Doesn't matter where you start. Doesn't matter what your weight is. As long as you're doing good form, you're getting in better and stronger. It's good, man. It's good, right? You agree with that? It's not about the weight. It's about your form.
Hammer curl.
About being safe and building those muscles.
Right.
Because as long as you can execute the form and get nice, slow, controlled movements, you're still getting a good breakdown of the tissue, and you're rebuilding. So,
Yep.
Good.
I've been known to break down a tissue or two.
Yeah, you sure have.
What's next? Sweating.
This guy here, the bench press. This is my absolute favorite power exercise. So this is just something light here, just to give a little demonstration. I usually even warm up with heavier than this, but we're going to execute the form here that I'm going to be looking for. And
Right.
we're going to let DC take care of it.
I saw a wrestling video one time where guys had a whole bunch of weight, like across here, and it looked like they were benching a bunch, and then when they were actually benching, they only shot the inside shot, which it was so funny and so ridiculous. So, yeah.
Well, we don't mess with no
Those money shot guys are funny. Let's go ahead and get a little closer here with our camera. Get a good shot of this.
President Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt, baby. The Sultan of Swole. Here we go. Get a nice little arch to your
Lots
back.
of nicknames.
Boom.
Arch
Bring
in the
it
back,
up.
yeah.
Come
Twist.
down like you're bending the bar in half. I won't go the whole way for you. And then up. Explode on the way up.
All right, so good form, explode on the way up.
Arch in the back.
Yeah,
Sharp twisting motion at the spine.
yeah, okay. Here's your microphone right over here, whenever you're ready for it again. All right, that doesn't, I don't think that herky-jerky is the right form.
I've seen him do it like this in the gym.
What gym were you going to that they were doing this?
It's a gorilla house.
Is that true? Does anybody know that? I feel like that's not right, but okay. Wait, maybe get a spot.
How do you spot EC in a gym? Not at all, and you hope he hurts himself. All right, you ready?
Let's go, baby. Explode up and down.
Why are your arms shaking so much?
Now explode up. Explode up.
Okay. Oh, he did. He pooped. He pooped himself. Oh God. All right. Let's. Yeah, I gotta go this way. Let's go. Let's go back and wrap this show up, man. This is. Yeah. So hey, what's going on?
What the hell, Cato? You really gonna let this whole show go by without mentioning what happened to the coach last week? How I got my neck broke by that stinking dirty hippie right here in this ring on Imagine Wrestling live from the dojo? I think that hippie needs to be fined. I think he needs to be suspended. Better yet, not even just suspended. I think he needs to be banned. The power driver needs to be banned. Let's all go out there and let's all say, follow the coach with the 3Ds, ban the hippie, ban the power driver. Something needs to be done about this, Cato, and Imagine Management. Something needs to be done. My neck is broke. I have been suffering. It hurts. Cato, Imagine Wrestling Management, something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now.
Oh, wait. All right, let's break this stuff.
Easy, coach.
Gee whiz. All right, let's shut these microphones off and get back over to the other ones. Okay.
Well, he's angry. And I think he's a good coach. He's a lot better than Cinderella's coach. That idiot turned into a pumpkin at midnight. Well, and he poses a good question.
What question?
Well, now, what are you going to do about Jimmy the High Flying hippie dropping him on his dome with that illegal pile driver?
They're not illegal.
Not yet, but they
pile
should be.
drivers are associated with wrestling in such a way. People say wrestling, they think pile drivers. Why should we ban something? I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's lying. I don't even think he's hurt.
Yeah, well,
I think he's a liar.
Chair shots to the head and punting fake babies into the audience are also a part of professional wrestling, but I don't see those here at Imagine. I don't think that we need to see Jimmy the High Flying Hippie or the Pile Driver here at Imagine ever again.
Well, I'll tell you what. We will see Jimmy the Hippie again.
What?
In fact, we'll see him here next Wednesday night. For the first time ever, it will be Jimmy the High Flying Hippie taking on Malachi Gage.
All right, like clockwork, Malachi Gage showed up here tonight, and by clockwork, I mean he has sharp interlocking teeth that look like cogwheels in his mouth. But he is going to be here next week to face Jimmy the High Flying Hippie 101 in that ring. Well, I'm all about exclusive wrestling content, and it doesn't get any more exclusive than a first time out of the box.
Also, in this chair, we will have the Ace Oscar Maverick. I don't know, have we heard from him before?
I don't think so.
This is going to be our first interview with Ace Oscar Maverick.
I hope he takes his Flyagra for the interview and gets ready.
I think he will. We also have many other things planned for next week. I imagine you have some sort of insanity planned as well.
Oh, most definitely.
I'll tell you what, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Last week was a great show for us. We had a little bit of hiccup at the beginning of this one, but after that, everything went great. We'll fix it in post so you guys can watch it again and make it look right. But I do appreciate everybody that took the time to tune in and check us out tonight. I just want to remind you, if you want tickets, get them quick. They're almost gone. ImagineWrestling.com. thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh, and Kato, when will we know the match card for the next live event?
Tomorrow, every single match is going to be released tomorrow. You tune into all of our social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, that terrible, terrible Twitter. All those are going to be showing all of our matches.
Who loves you, Imagine family?
And we're going to talk about that some next week, all the matches that are announced.
Excellent.
So, hey, thank you guys for tuning in. This guy's going to throw on his glasses. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see you next week.